dokie, folks. I'm here. Okay, let's get started. This is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy on the Switch. I'm continuing the first game. I'm on to the fourth case. So, allow me to get comfortable. I hope you guys enjoy as always. I will try to keep this one a little bit shorter than the one yesterday, because yesterday I wanted to absolutely play until the end of the third episode of the third case of the game, and well, that was really tiring for the voice, having to read out loud like this for, well, practically 4 hours. Yeah, a little under 4 hours, like more than 3 hours and a half anyway. So, yeah, I'd like this one to not be quite as long. I won't be done with the fourth episode, with the fourth case of the game today anyway, because it's quite a long one. Like the previous one, it was kind of long too. But I think this one is even longer. The investigation parts, I think, are a bit longer. But it's the best. It's the best though, so this is going to be enjoyable. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Oh my. December 25th, 10:08 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. Hey Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick, the water pressure is kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick. Apparently Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarded career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick. Yipes! Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Maya brought in a poster of the Steel Samurai the other day, which looks surprisingly like the previous one, but We had a big fight over whether to put it up or not. I know she's just waiting for a chance to sneak it up on the wall. Ah, yeah, okay, so it's not up there yet. Mia's favorite plant. Its name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy getting the angle of that screwdriver in the drawer just right. From the first case. Mia's desk. If we had more clients, I would probably sit here more often. Lately, I've been spending more time on the couch watching TV. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one, and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt too. Okay, let's talk to Maya. What to do? Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. December 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah! Ano si... it's Maya. Saying, ah! Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh. Laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and you'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. Because they have no clients. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. This guard monitors a visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came in. A real pro. Or maybe he's just nervous with Edgeworth in the room. Nah, the description of that thing is still the same. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you doing? What are you going to do about it? Duh! We're going to help you, that's what! Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in three trials. Hey! Sure, you got lucky and won all three, but your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you! Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes. Late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices in the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Hey, check this out, Miles. Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth, let me defend you. Ha! Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, Wright. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lacked confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. Except mine? Except mine. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Ah well, let's move to somewhere else. This is where it happened. Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot! The trial is tomorrow. We need clues. On the double. But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe is kinda scary today. Recruits. Ah! Hey, you're that Harry guy, Harry Butts. Right, Phoenix, right. Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it! He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. Sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. Well, that's everything I can investigate. What happened? Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. Head in the... Huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth. A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, detective? Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no! After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take a side. Well, at least you are, detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Miss Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, 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 over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Sorry pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out on the lake last night, and it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting for me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. And last things you want to ask me about before I head back? How to get... Oh, yeah, the autopsy report. That would be useful. Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim? Sorry, they haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. So, what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Ah, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Directions to the police station received from Detective Gumshoe. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe! What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right, now let's get investigating. Samurai dogs. Public beach. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake? Yup. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. But the name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the pink princess now. I mean, like, you know. Nope. Examine. Examine everything. Someone left some poppers here, you know. You pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick. They might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. Poppers put in pocket. That could be understood in many different ways. Now that I realize that. A hot dog stand. It's closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads, Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Benches. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, both docks. Right, exit. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah, say Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. What? No way. I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. There's nothing here. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop, closed for Christmas it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go on one when the trial is finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. Excuse me, just a second. Being allergic to the nature at this time of the year really sucks. Trust me. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. Because you don't want to find yourself in the same boat where someone died. There's more forest stuff that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else. Let's go back here and here. 725, Gourd Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder, with a no camping sign at the back. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminium? They didn't talk about that in the law school books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminium then. I'm not having this conversation. There's food on some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. The sign says, no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said, no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Well, that's not a tent, is it? This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken? Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? Party poppers? Click, 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 click. Well, it responded. Oh. Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. What? Huh? Sorry. Sorry is nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll that film costs. I'll pay you back. What are y'all thinking setting up a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just cause you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know y'all Yanks think. I see those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl when they must be dumb. I can't do a southern accent. Don't try me, I can't. It's impossible. I can't do accents. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Earth chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends. Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for beejism's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up the whole roll. Sorry, that didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. My badge? This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestle meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for ya if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lota. Loda Heart. Loda Heart? But y'all can call me Loda. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Meteors? Meteor showers being triggered by a bang? If you say so. I have a hard time believing it, somehow. Oh yeah, what was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gonna remember. I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. But the camera might have been triggered by the gunshots. So, what is it you do, Loda? Huh, me? Huh. Y'all don't really want to know that, do ya? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, Wright, in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at the university, Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see, I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors, yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it, it's German-made, a genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat! Loda's camera added to the court record. Loda, yeah? So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises. Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once, don't remember if there was anything on them though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Is there anything else I can examine? Yeah, this camera is rigged to respond to noise, but it only responds to loud noises like a party popper. Right, okay. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. Well, okay. I think we're done here. Let's move to somewhere else. Yeah, is someone there here? No, perhaps still not. Oh yeah, I still have to get down to the precinct maybe before I go see Edgeworth. Criminal affairs. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe! We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Alright, hands against the wall, all of you. Don't even think about escaping. I got eyes in the back of my head. He must be doing image training for arrests. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get them assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. I guess. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake. Gord is cited. I don't believe it. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. Alright. Alright, let's talk then. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No. Still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human, like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it. Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that. Yeah, I made a copy for you. Okay, it's headed to the court record. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Cause, 1 bullet shot to the heart. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Quite frankly, even though I've played through the first game in the series already before, I can't remember exactly how things went. Just bits and pieces. I guess we can move to the detention center. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about that. What's that? I'm not in the mood for idle banter, right? Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But, Nick... Oh, maybe now I can go back to Lotta Hart. Maybe she's finished developing the film. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey, this is them. Take a look. Wait, see? See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. But you can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But, you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? Well, now that you've told me, I can't hide it from the police. But I already know you're full of shit, though. My cat wants to get out, so I have to let him out. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. I reckon so. What's that? Now, don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Where am I? Hi, Fleeny. How did I get here? You should know better than me, I guess. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta? What? Can't y'all see I'm kinda busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta, don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, maybe you'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn! She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. You're sliding into my Twitter DMs? Oh. Lake photo added to the court record. And that's how you ended up here? Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! Ah, yes it is. Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. It's Harry or Larry. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Larry, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl, Hyunsi, deserves the best. Hyunsi? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Hyunsi is a fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. What? Cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... Not my... What? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I am, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh, sounds great. Don't worry, Maya. He's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with fiancé, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just Fiancé's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Why, Nick? You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth, old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh, you know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs. Where are the samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs, you know, like guard dogs. Ouch. The samurai thing was Kiance's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know? She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake. What with the big news? The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth, was your classmate Larry? Yeah, I didn't read that out loud right at all. Yeah, Nick, him and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father. Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second, but Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh, go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about men's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know, Nick? Nick? Nah, no answer, I guess. What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Nick, a monster! A real monster! Yeah, it's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. 1 million? Grew up, Larry. Article about a monster sighted at Gourd Lake. Well, that's everything, right? Hey, check this out. Huh? Oh, that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? Dude, you really helped me out back in that trial. sorry, I can't really pay you. Cause you blow it all on Kianxi. But you can have all the dogs you want. Really? Larry, if you let her at your dogs, you won't have any left for the other customers. Hey, no problem if that's what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you that it was me who got you off the hook? That's it, I guess. Yeah, I don't see what else I would have to ask him. I think going back to Miles Edgeworth has to be the final thing you have to do before the first day of the trial. That would make sense anyway. Not a Gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Well, let's move then. Going back to the office. Will that trigger anything? What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Grosberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. There we go. Moving along. Ahem! Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you're Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright. Aha, and you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. You see. Mr. Grosberg, sir. Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Did you remember? He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Spared no expense. Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grosberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes, I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Who is this Hammond guy, anyway? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss to use the spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium Misty Fey, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim, but the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes, happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grosberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything... What? Yeah, that's weirdly phrased, that sentence. But what does that cave have to do with Mr. Edgeworth, I think? Yeah, I think is what they meant to say. It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait, this is a photograph of my mother. Misty Face photo added to the court record. Yeah, right, okay. Hey, check this out. You've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mia would be if she could see you now. She said she was more worried about me than anything. Oh, just go on and take the compliment, will you? Yeah, and here it was written Maya on the dialogue that was for Phoenix, and it was written Phoenix on the dialogue that's for Maya, I think. Yeah, ooh. Father? Like Fox says in Star Fox 64. Don't you ever give up, my son. Never give up. Trust your instincts. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? Yeah, I make a good impression, right? Yeah, but I've played Light Wars so much that I know the dialogue by heart, practically. It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Well, maybe talk to him first before showing him the photo. Can I ask you about the murder? Right. I'll ask you again, just leave me alone. Please try to understand. I'm not doing this to prove I'm tough or because I look down on you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case. Understand? Alright. Hey, I'm Einstein. I'm on your side. That would be Falco. Why did you go to Gourd Lake? I have no intention of telling you, nor apparently would you tell Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe was really worried about you. You have friends, Miles. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you were last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'm not such a rookie anymore then, right? You are admitting it. You're impressed. You're always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident? Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Finally, getting somewhere. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, the suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder. Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean your... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this? About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th? Statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case statute of limitations runs out, legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So, was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about that. Who would have thought there would be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right? It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes, will you? Of course we will! Ah, who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind, I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Document proving Edgeworth's request for an attorney. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! Whoa! It's calming down. Whew, that was scary. Huh? Where is Edgeworth? Under the desk. He has a phobia of earthquakes. There, he's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Yeah, there's more to that. Like, there was an earthquake the day his father died, and something like that. They were stuck in an elevator, something like that, but it's been such a long time ago, I don't remember everything. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. Alright, let's move. What's going on here? What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Load of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I have lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you too. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happens to Edgeworth. To be continued. Yeah, it's true, I haven't saved anything yet today. It took me just exactly 1 hour to get to that point. December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma is the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Forging evidence as well. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. Don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. A mentor of sorts. And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep. Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. Could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. Couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Alright, it's 10 a.m. The court is now in session. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now! Oh, wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now! A man? You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Well, you already knew that, Phoenix. Where's your head at? Seriously. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? A lot of hearts. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Yeah, I should press him on those details, by the way. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Oh, well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue! Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Where did you find him? Yeah. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know, we have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike a bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Well, the fact that they found 1 bullet contradicts the witness, the testimony of the witness that she heard 2 gunshots. But this is probably something I will have to object to later, I guess. One bullet shot to the heart. Found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. I don't know what to object to. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. What about the pistol made? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. It's the same caliber. I was gonna say. It fired 3 times. There's prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. The Pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective! Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking to imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Yeah, I kinda remember why that is. Sorta. Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive. Yes, honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge, yes? What are you doing? A 10 minutes recess. Now. But wait, I gotta go? Okay, yeah. You have a good one, Fleeny. See you next time if you have to go. Just bang your flimsy gable and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Huh? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then, the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, I need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Oh, shoot. Whoa! Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Mr. Lota Hart take the stand? Lota Hart, you are a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident, and don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn to listen, or something. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Oh, order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant... Hey, don't I get to cross-examine the witness? I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? No, that won't be necessary. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. I've already found something! And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in your testimony? Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Okay, There was an area thing on the lake with that boat. Well, she counts 2 bangs. 2. And the piece of evidence says it fired 3 times. And it says 1 bullet killed the victim. So those are the contradictions. There were 2 gunshots, but only 1 hit the victim, but the gun was fired 3 times. Right. Maybe press her on those details, so maybe she will revise her testimony. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Were you watching the very moment the shock rang out? Well, yeah, sure. Ah, shut up, you. That meaningless babble. Yeah, okay. It's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Hi, RB. Good afternoon. How are you? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. It was so foggy. How could she have seen anything? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... I'm good, yeah, other than the fact that all of a sudden I feel like I have something stuck in my throat, but... The witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Yes, there were. Yeah, I think I'm onto something. Maya's really taking this hard. How can you be so sure that there wasn't something else on the lake with all the mist that there was? No. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Oops. That didn't go so well. I should probably save before I object. Time for coffee then. I just had some. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country guy can be. Yeah, that's exactly what she already said. Yeah, that's what she already said. Yeah, it's all gonna play out the exact same way, so there's no need. Think, Rudy, think. Christmas Eve? Just after midnight, I reckon, she says. Is there a contradiction in this? Okay, the photo was taken automatically at 12:15. So there's no contradiction there. She was in her car. Yeah, I didn't press her on that detail. Were you camping there anyway? Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come up from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Yeah. Yeah, so she looked after? Yeah, okay, yeah, we've already got that before. How could she see them? With all the fog, could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture, clear enough for you. Uh-oh. Wait a second, I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. There might be something there. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise, Mr. Wright. I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, Laura's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. And pass your judgment. Very well, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hold it! Who said hold it? Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lota, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lota. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of courtroom. I haven't said anything. It was her. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 Yeah, what? You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Slaughterheart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Yeah. Order, order. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Thanks, Maya. Sacrificing yourself for the good cause. Peh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. I shall save here because I'm afraid I might present something, oops. Wait, what? I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. There was so much fog, you couldn't have seen anything. Got you, Miss Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So, this picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. Objection. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course, I said I could and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. It was night. How could you see? You used binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good. Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. It contradicts what she said before. She said she was in her car. She heard the noise, so she didn't see the first one. So when did she go and get the binoculars back, or Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Right. Time of death. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second, you hasty Yankee types that never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Alright, he's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. What, is that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But notice, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? There are more opportunities where you can lose points in this case compared to the other, so this is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard here. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. That's not true. It was to try to take pictures of Gordy, the monster of the lake. Because you don't set a camera to be triggered by a bang sound for meteors. Meteors don't make like a bang sound when they pass in the sky, unless it's like a big meteorite that falls on the ground or something. Yeah. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. Yeah, for one thing, yeah. It was not pointing the skies, it was pointing at the lake. Yeah. You had to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? It says in the paper clipping that the witnesses who witnessed Gordy at the lake heard the big bang before it appeared at the lake, so... Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof of something? Or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. Yeah, I'm gonna save before that. Again. Playing it safe. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? Well, the fact that it's set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? It changes your motive for testifying. You're only one celebrity. That's the reason you were trying to get a photo of that monster in the first place. Yeah, he should retire soon. Yeah, he seems a bit tired, right? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please, revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to, and I'm going to spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. It's not gonna be easy. The witness's testimony isn't changed from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination, I claim the defense is right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma is up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. These witnesses change their stories like their underwear. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like that all the time in these games. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. No, not load. Save again? Maybe. Makes it very interesting though, yeah. Yeah, sure. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep, you get your photo and send it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. Guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO. UFO, yeah, that go. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. It's not that she's contradicting herself, but that's a motive for lying. It gives her publicity. She just wants a scoop to make money off of that case. Is Gordy really that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping by the lake. Feels bad, man. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep, so how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But there were 2 bangs and only 1 photograph. That doesn't make any sense. If the bang came from the same spot on the lake, then the sound was the same both times, and it should have triggered the camera twice. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. But then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe it was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass. Yeah, right. Okay. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat one karma any other way. There has to be something. What, I present the picture when she says that? I don't think that's gonna work. Nah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Objection overruled. Yeah. Or here, maybe? Is she hiding the other photograph, maybe? Yeah, I'll just reload my save file from before. Because there, I lost points on these two objections. I don't believe that is all she is hiding. No, that's not what it is either. Or is it when she said she heard a first bang? There wasn't much else to look at. Or is that what it is? No, that's not it either. Damn it! I don't know what to object to here. Yeah, you're an investigative photographer. Yeah, imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. I've already played this before, so I've already found it before, but I can't remember. A flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Or the fact that it was fired 3 times. There are contradictions, but the game doesn't really give you an opportunity to point them out. You say you heard another one? Okay. That's all I was hiding. Haven't I already tried that? When she says there wasn't much else to look at? No, it doesn't. Okay. Ah, shit. Ah, no, that's the thing with Bigfoot and everything. No, I've already pressed on that. Yeah, did I press her on that? There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your... Yeah, I should, show the news clipping, maybe? Hold your hush puppies, pups. I'm getting there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we have it. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You need them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well... Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and... what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. Oh. She said it'll drop the quality a bit, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Make her show it, yeah. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. The shooter is left-handed. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Yeah, but it's the same photo. Why wasn't the picture taken when there was a first bang? I want to know. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done to any of us. It has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Loderhart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. His own karma. Do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? But that witness was not decisive at all. She made up shit just for celebrity's sake. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait a second. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. She just said she made up shit. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Yeah, she changed roles about 100 times, yeah. But it's not a reliable witness. How can he declare my client guilty? And we haven't heard the other witness. What about the other witness? Like, we don't get to hear about him? The other witness is not in the list. Gregory Edgeworth. If I wait and see, I'm just gonna lose, but I don't see what I can do here. Object to what in the enlargement? You can't see anything. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me see that photo again. Is it the same gun? Yeah, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. But in the picture, whoever is shooting is holding the gun with their left hand. There we have it, Your Honor. There is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Aha! Gotcha! Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor, you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Larry? Just for the sake of laughing about it, I'm going to suggest that it was Larry. Wait, I can't do that. Sacrifice one friend to save another? What's the point? Well, Mr. Wright, your answer? Shoot, I lost points. Okay. The victim himself? Miss Hart? Why not? Why not her? Who else but the witness, Miss Daughter Hart? What? Do you have proof of this? Proof schmoof, always with the proof. Oh, wait, I do need proof, don't I? Mr. Wright, I'll have you remember this is a court of law, and I lost points, okay. Okay, enough goofing around, okay. It has to be the last remaining choice then. There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. Further than a meter away, but then there was not enough space on a boat, on that little like rowboat for someone to be standing further than a meter away from the victim. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. One Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Okay, autopsy report updated in the court record. I would have liked to know that beforehand, old man. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. So far, so good. We're no closer to proving his innocence, but at least there is some doubt now. 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with the things, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lota's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lota's deposition added to the court record. Well, she didn't even remember hearing a bang until I told her, so... Yeah, she didn't see anything, but yeah, maybe she heard it, I guess. The part about her coming out of her van and searching the lake with her binoculars, that might have been true then. That part wasn't a lie. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Maya! Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? No, none. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Well, do you get to see her when she's channeling yourself through your body? Like, or does your consciousness move to somewhere else? if I present her with anything. It must be nice, Nick. You can just show that to anyone and say, I'm a lawyer, but spirit mediums, well... I don't know, with your clothes, I bet at least some people will recognize you. But these are medium and training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever be a proper medium. That's your mummy. My mother. Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not so sure it was the right thing to do. No, I'm pretty sure it was the wrong thing to do. Mr. Edgeworth's prints are on the spissel, aren't they? Yes, the prints from his right hand. But they must have gotten on there at some other time than the shooting. What, really? The shooter used his left hand, after all. Yeah, I already have my answer to that, but I will keep it for later, not spoiling anything too soon. So the markings on this bullet and the barrel of the pistol matched? Hey, I'm surprised you remembered that. How could I forget after Von Karma rubbed it in so much? So which one of these are the ballistic markings? I'm not really sure. I want to see Gordy too, if he really exists. Well, I'd say a photograph is pretty good proof. Once this trial is over, let's go get some fishing poles and go down to the lake. Even if there is a monster in that lake, fishing poles sound like a bad idea. Isn't that the enlarged photo loads I was talking about? Uh-huh. Huh. It's nice and big, but you can't really see the faces any clearer, can you? Yeah, okay. Well, I think this is everything then. Maybe go see Grossberg now? Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Oh. Okay. I didn't have that many options before. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build a case against Edgeworth. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Yep. Let's move here. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kianci. Poor guy. Yeah, isn't the guy there from the boat rentals? Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today too. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They probably closed because of the murder. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today at, Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Has anything changed since last time? Even a novice like me can tell that camera must cost a pretty penny. I hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. Now she heard 2 gunshots, right? But wait, look at the court record. According to this, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. What? How is that possible? Where was the 3rd shot fired? I wonder. Maybe it was a practice shot or something. Maybe you should tell me why Mr. Edgeworth's prints were on the weapon, pal. Huh? How should I know? Yep, it was fired from the murder weapon without a doubt. From a meter away. So it would have to have been from someone else on the boat. What do you make of this, Detective Gumshoe? Hey, making something of things is your job. Right. Since when do lawyers have to do detectives' work for them? No reaction. I don't care who you are, no one can tell me that that's Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, come on, it doesn't look like him at all. But Edgeworth has admitted he was on the boat. Then he's the one being shot then. He seemed fine in court today. Details, pal. Details. Whose side are you on anyway? All I'm saying is we have to respect the evidence. Robert Hammond. He was a defense attorney in the DL6 incident trial. He's the one who got the sole suspect of the hook. I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth thinks of him. Not much, I wager. That woman really took us for a ride, didn't she? Claiming she was a witness to a murder and all. Still, if it weren't for her photograph, Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't have made it today. Oh, really? You were at the trial, weren't you, Detective? I think it's a little early for you to be proudly waving that thing around. You can be proud of yourself when you get Mr. Edgeworth declared innocent, pal. Okay, let's talk. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? It sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. Oh, come on, what kind of attorney are you? There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see. There's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes, he still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of here as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering how much is bail going to be. Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Still nothing? Still nothing here either. Or maybe go see Maya at the detention center. Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Well, and to be fair, it wasn't the first time you were locked up like this, so... Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for the bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Is she going to be allowed in the court again? After that? What to do? What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good as a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about me. I should leave her alone. Move. Our offices, maybe? Ah, fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving is much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. Well, what should we do? I don't know. I've been in detention this whole time. I think I'll let you decide what we should do. Deal? Well, any thoughts on you want to share? Well, I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think. For Maya. Yeah, okay. Nothing more to ask of her here. Yeah, is he in, this guy? No? Still out for the day? Nah, nothing new here either. Well, that leaves the park then. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Hey, it's Loda. Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility, but I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lota. So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up how? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kinda convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. You can say that again. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? Yeah, because she hasn't witnessed one yet. What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial is only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Alright, Loda, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lota, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckoned we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right, I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Huh. Hey, I see you thinking, Maya, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. Just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Well, what? Tell me the deal first. Yeah, we don't really have any other choice. Okay, how much? Huh? Completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen, good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa. Gordy? But Gordy doesn't, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows it that he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first. Got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean? Gordy? I sure do. May I remind you, we only have until tomorrow, or tonight even, to find more clues. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist. Oh. What now? What's that? Steel Samurai, Nick! Yo, Maya! Larry! What the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me, along with the banner. Wow, that's really impressive. She could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got him for free. Right. Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Yeah, this is Phoenix. Hey, Larry, when did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put hair in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. That's the guy that's selling my ducks faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth is out. Huh. Yeah, sorry Nick, I don't know much about that. Mere seller of hot dogs. He's not gonna react to anything I show him, I think. But I gotta try, though. I wanna know about that. When can I go in there? It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Yeah. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. How quiet with the little birds. There's more forest stuff that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Hey y'all. Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Nothing yet. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at night time. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. What? Shoot! I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to a thing a little softer than a bang. It's a trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry is nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Phoenix sub. Phoenix is subbing. My money. I don't have much to begin with. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Well, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. But there was no little tick next to the question. So I thought I might get more information. Yeah, see, it's still not marked. Oh, perhaps because I have to come back and tell her about it when I do have some information. A UFO! Yeah, I think she's supposed to have another accent in Japanese. I think maybe a northern accent, maybe from Hokkaido or something. Or maybe from Okinawa, if she's from the south, I guess. But they tried to, like, localize the fact that she's supposed to have an accent by transposing it to the United States. I don't really know what else to do. Still nothing here. Maybe some news here. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again? What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides, money, that is. Yeah. How is the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. Spared no expense. I don't know, whenever I hear that name, I'm reminded of Jurassic Park. It's John Hammond, I think, in Jurassic Park. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, I could go and see him in detention, maybe. My client. I need to confer with my client, please. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Do you have any information about Gordy by any chance? The monster down in Gord Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh. Detective Gumshoe was scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lota. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Or, sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay, I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Secret weapons? Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1. Missile. Missile? He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile! Missile! Here, boy! Here he is. Aww. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick. Cute dog. a cute dog. And this will help us. How? Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah, how are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here, Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right, how are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know, it might have been heating soda cans. Well, which would it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I want a cute dog. Can we borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute! It's a Shiba Inu, isn't it? I think it's a Chiba. Canine unit missile borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. I think I tried the metal detector once, and the dog one other time. I never tried the fishing pole because it seems pretty lame. I don't see the point, really. Missile is a big star in criminal affairs. Why is he named Missile? Huh? Now that you mention it, I'm not sure, but I hear he's happily named for what it's worth. Can I see my client, maybe? Looks like Edgeworth isn't questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. Ah, okay. Fine then. Yes, so I don't think that guy is gonna show up now. Why is the option even there then? Don't waste time showing me things. We have to get cracking on this case. Okay. I thought you'd like seeing the dog, being a dog lover and all. Hey, Nick. Missile's been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. Grrr. What's wrong, Missile? Missile! Missile! Oh, stop that thing! My samurai dogs! Wow, he ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's going to have to this time. Hey, Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that mutt away from me. What am I going to tell the big boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand. Nick, maybe the stand is a front for a mafia money laundering scheme. Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Oh, right. My poor dogs. I'm still wondering about this place. I haven't examined this, come to think of it. What's this machine? That's compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Oh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Doesn't that steel samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about the steel samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really. True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These steel samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Uh, well, there's the lake. Gourd Lake is really big. Scenic, but we've already got that information before. That hasn't changed. I almost didn't see that signpost. Yeah, that's the same thing as before. Yeah. Trash can is still empty. Those flags look sadly out of place here, flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. The War of the what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. I guess we were the only ones. I ask again, what the heck is it? I guess we won't know. I can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea! What have I done? Should I go back to see Lota? Hey, check this out. Hey, Lota. Oh, cute. Yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Huh. Canines are the ones they use to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point. Should I get him to smell something? No, okay. I'm at a bit of a loss. Not much I can do. And I wonder about this. I wonder about this place. I know you're supposed to interrogate someone here, but how and when? Yeah. What if I present the paper clipping to Lota again? You know, I was wondering, yeah? What if you get a picture of Gordy and it turns out like this enlargement did? Y'all crazy? A blurry picture like this doesn't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I am Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like this into the paper. What kind of a fool do you all think I am? The kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture in as evidence in a murder trial, not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see. I thought I could present the dog to the lake, maybe to get the dog to track something. Yeah, no, I already tried that. No. maybe I should, maybe I can go back and get the metal detector, because doesn't it beep when you enter an area or something? Or don't you use all three in the end? Can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, maybe the first one you have to get is the metal detector, because it's going to beep when you enter an area where there is something that you're supposed to check out. It's gonna make a beep, I think. You're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Yeah, okay. That's hard on my ears. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector has found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick! Look! Huh? An air tank. Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags. Well, we might as well take it with us now that we've found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence, there are strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? To inflate something? Used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? A big puffy steel samurai. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use was on the fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go so well, as I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah, do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on, look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine, whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... the valve busted open and made this incredible noise. It made a... and that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake, so I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianci gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened. Nope. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Tell who? her. Yep, I have to say I know exactly squat about that. It's painfully easy to know when something doesn't catch Lota's interest. Ah, okay. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lota, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist.
Take that!
Larry's air tank? What are you all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fit it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lota. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lota. So, tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there. I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lota. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on, something else? Yeah, the night of the murder, my camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just a lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. It shows an empty lake taken automatically on December 24th at 11:50 p.m. Bye now, y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lota, it's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lota was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Caretaker's shack. Meg, that you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run to pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello, what? Nick, what was that? A parrot, the one on that perch. Keith! Yes? I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello, what? Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. It ignored me. What? You forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, what? See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Like every parrot under the sun. How original. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly? Polly, what's your name? Polly! What? Cute! Maya's found a new friend. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, it doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, there are lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, he has a television in here too. And a fishing pole, I guess. Yeah. This fishing pole looks expensive. A kotatsu. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients snug and warm and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? Oh, you're a party pooper, Nick. Yeah, no need to read it a second time. Ooh, parrot droppings. You see more detail in HD, don't you? Compared to the original. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow aioli? I figured out the last color. We should use indigo blue. Indigo blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Now listen here, Keith. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, that's his default reaction to anything he's not supposed to react to. Nah, he's gonna say the same thing. Okay, well, let's try talking to him instead. Pasta restaurant. A pasta shop? Yep, to think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg! Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta has always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick, how long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. The boat rental shop. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the palace of the pasta. The wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Alright. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? Heh. See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Well, I guess we could search the safe even if the guy is here. Pretending to be asleep. But we have the combination. Polly, what's your name? Well, yeah, okay. Same reaction as before. Let's try. Same reaction again. I don't know. Same reaction again. What about my attorney badge? Oh, that's different. That a lawyer's badge. Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith! Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir, no, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. I think I have to move things further. So, yeah, I promise. Okay. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg. Yes. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, Bert. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Yeah, he's gonna say the same thing. Yeah, that guy cracks me up. He's one of my favorite characters because he cracks me up. Nah. He fell asleep. What? Polly here is my only friend in the world. Isn't that right, Polly? Hello, Bert. Well, he's a bit faster to react when I show him stuff, though, now, so... I should try everything, I guess. Yeah, he fell asleep again. Do you recognize that photo? Yeah, he cracks me up, but is a bit annoying as well. Yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith! Yes? It's okay, you can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this. Yep, the other night, out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that, I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. Okay, finally, we're moving. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably not night, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one, bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I remember tomorrow by court time. Promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? I have that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Burp. Don't forget the L6, burp. Huh? What did you just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget the L6, burp. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister, I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. He wasn't sleeping at all. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Move. Let's go see Gumshoe then. Right. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong with this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? The boat caretaker. You know the boat rental shop down at Court Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh. How'd you... that was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Loda Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. How can you testify in court without having to present some kind of ID? Like a proof of your identity? Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Well, that's not really proof, is it? What's that, a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Yeah, flashback sequence. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Burp. Don't forget about DL6, burp.
Huh? I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. And I think I remember what happens here. Yeah, something's gonna happen now. December 26, Police Department's records room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quickly. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Can I examine the place first, maybe? Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow! These are all case reports? Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. Oh, that's sad, yeah, indeed. Looks like there are files inside that glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. Nick, it's locked. They must keep important case files in there. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary, found it. Here you go. December 28, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. Oh. Wait. Oh, so this is taking place in 2016? Ah, so that's already in the past then, I guess. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, it'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. Yeah. So he was in the elevator with his father. Yeah, we already knew that. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Hedgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much, we'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file added to the court record. The event I had in mind is does not take place here. It happens at a different time, I think. Right, that's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is a trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream here, unfortunately. I like I said when I got started earlier, this case is like very long. So now is it's like I don't know if it's kind of like the middle point in the case, sort of, I guess, kinda. So yeah, well, that sounds just like a good point anyway. Well, that point, so that tomorrow I start writing court. So thanks for watching, guys. Well, I hope to be back tomorrow. If I can, I will. But I will keep you guys informed by my through my Discord server if anything happens. Okay. Well, see ya and have a good one until tomorrow. And take care, guys. Bye bye.